In this video, we're going to learn what an interface is and how to use it. All right. So here we can see what an interface is. I'll link this so you can read it. Uh, but a good way to explain it is, so let's say you see a dog on the street and you tell it to sit. Maybe the dog knows how to sit, maybe it doesn't. If it knows, it does it. If it doesn't, it just ignores you and keeps going, right? That's what an interface does. So you create an interface, and if a class implements it, it will do the thing. But if you call it on another class, it will not do anything. So it'll be easier to explain when we actually implement it, but that is the basic concept of it. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna implement an interface in C++. So we're in Writer here. As I said before, I recommend everyone using Writer. It is time saver, is worth whatever it costs. So we're gonna go on real class. Then we're gonna select interface and call it character helper. All right, character helper, and press OK. Yeah. So it's going to create both files. Obviously, for interfaces, you do not need a C++ file, but it still creates it. Okay. Now it auto creates your classes. It auto creates the interface class. Everything gets made by itself, right? So you're good to go. And it even tells you, hey, this is where you start putting your interfaces. All right. So we're going to create an interface, just to test an interface. So we do u function blueprint native event. So we can implement it in blueprints, right? Just if we want to. Blueprint callable. So we can call it in blueprints. And category, we can make it in the category character helper. All right. And then so void with just call it testing interface. All right. And that's literally it. That's the whole implementation of it in the C++. Okay, so now that we implemented the interface, we're going to go to our character and actually implement it. So we have to inherit the interface. So public character helper, right? So that gets added. And then now we can actually make it a function. So testing interface, yep, there it is. Testing interface implementation, very important implementation. This all functions that are blueprint native events require that implement underscore implementation, right? So then we add it here. And we do if gengine. We're just gonna print a message, right? Gengine dot debug on message. Draw on-screen messages. No, it's only one message. Add on-screen debug message. Add on-screen debug message. So if you have Writer, you can see the parameters you need, right? Time to display, we're gonna do 5 seconds. Color, we just do F color and black. And then the actual debug message, so it's F string. Then we initialize the F string with interface all, and then we close it. Okay, so when this interface is called on the character, it will print out this debug message, right? Okay, now we go back to Unreal and we compile it. The bottom right, the little squares, and then it's done. Okay, so now we go to your character, you can go to your class settings, you can see the interface has been implemented. Also on the here, you can see the interface has been implemented, right? But now we have to call it, so we're gonna make a dummy actor. interface tester. And we're gonna add a collider. Right, then we're gonna do untick hitting in game so we can see it and actually step on it. And then we're gonna implement this begin overlap event. Okay. Now when the character overlaps, as you can see the other actor, we're gonna call testing interface. When the character overlaps, it's gonna call the interface. And let's test it. Oh, we forgot to put in the character again. The actor again. There you go. Okay. So we go through. As you can see, interface called for 5 seconds. Again, just keeps getting called whenever we go in, right? Okay. But so as you can see, we implemented on C++, but you can actually do 2 implementations, right? Because in Blueprint, you can do some more logic. So you can click on this. Now, if you leave it like this and do print string here, let's leave it as hello, right? And you go in, it will only print hello because you're not calling the C++ function anymore. So to call the C++ function and implement in Blueprint, we do simple thing. We right click on this node and then add call to parent function. So this will call the C++ implementation and then print hello. You can also put it here in whatever order you want, right? But usually it's like this. And now it's going to print both. See, hello and interface call. Hello and interface call. And that is how you use C++ and Blueprint for implementation. So you can do some stuff in Blueprint, you can do some stuff in C++. It all works together.